Hi Crafty Maven peeps, it's Tanya here and I'm up today for Twerk It Thursday alongside Daniel Brown, and this is the sketch we have chosen and that is the layout that I created. So let's go on an adventure and see what happens.
Okay, so as you would have seen in the beginning of this video, there was the inspiration piece and the sketch that we are using today to twerk, as we say, and I just wanted to show you the supplies that I'm going to be using. And in the photograph I'm going to be using, let's just put that over there. All of this, well, most of it, 99% of it, comes from the March Hip Kit. I have been going through and using it up. I put it to the side for a while and then rediscovered it and fell back in love with it. So yeah, let's have a quick squiz. Not take too long. These are My Mind's Eye, I think they are. I'm going for a very sort of monochromatic look using the green. So the greens and the oranges. So there's those. Pink Fresh rub-ons. Craft Market puffy stickers. Alison Crift little stickers, more Craft Market Tiny Word stickers, and I figured I would pick a whole bunch of the alphas that came in the kit because one of the other inspiration pieces that you saw was a quote. So I've decided to take that and, well, not take that quote, but take the fact of using a quote as my inspiration, and I'm going to use this one. Devote today to something so daring even you can't believe you're doing it, by Oprah Winfrey. So I figure I might do that in Word, letter stickers, and I thought maybe if I need to I might create my own flair using some of this stuff, getting very adventurous. And then this is also an Alison Crift, and that is My Mind's Eye too, on trend. Yeah, My Mind's Eye on trend. Not sure how to use that yet, but I've picked out some cards. Whoops, a daisy, because they're going with the theme. And then these are my papers. As you can see, you do it like that. Let's do it like that. Can you see all of that? You can see my colour scheme, monochromatic kind of, and then just a little hint of the orange. And here are a few bits and pieces that I'm going to be using, again from the kit and some from a previous kit. Not too many, because if you look at the sketch, it's got all of this down the side here. So I'm hoping that I have enough that I can do that. And then I'm not really quite sure yet how this is going to work out, but I've got my photograph, and then I'm going to have to put my quote somewhere. But hey, let's see what I do. Awesome. Yeah.
So as you can see, I am gluing my photograph onto that very pretty floral paper. Oh gosh. And if you look at the sketch, you can see it there on the left. There are, well, there's circles, or there's sort of drawn in circles. So I thought, let me cut out circles. And I was way too lazy to get my silhouette out to make perfect circles. So I very bravely grabbed my scissors and made some really awfully cut circles, because not only can I not cut straight, I evidently cannot cut a really semi-decent circle either. Let's just quickly talk about the inspiration pieces so that I can show you how I incorporated them while you watch me awesomely cut out circles. If you recall, in the beginning there were those little bottles. To be honest, I wasn't quite sure how on earth I was going to use that as an inspiration piece. So I'm not sure if one could say I cheated, but I did sort of take the color from one, and that dark teal color of the back circle, I figured that was good enough. And then, as I mentioned previously, the quote was really what this layout is all about. because, as you can see in that photograph, I have a bit of green in my hair. And if, to give you a little bit of background about me, I am a librarian. I work for a global law firm, and librarians tend to have a reputation of being relatively reserved, shall we say. And at work, I do fulfill that. I don't suppose you'd say fulfill that reputation. I am fairly stereotypical in that way, in that I am very quiet and kind of reserved and don't say too much. So when I came to work with some green in my hair, I think I surprised quite a few people. And that's really what this layout is all about, is, you know, do something surprising. Surprise yourself. Surprise everybody else. I love it. I love the green in my hair. Oh, and let's get back to those squiggles. Squirrels? In hindsight, I'm not so sure that I really should have done them. I don't particularly like how they came out, how they turned out. But that could be just because they look kind of messy. I mean, I know that's obviously what one was trying to go for, a bit of, you know, avant-garde mess. But, yeah, I don't really know if it's all that great. But it is pretty much going according to the sketch, and that's what I've done here. I've pretty much followed the sketch completely. Sometimes I like to take a sketch and do something different with it, but I really like the design of the sketch, so I thought, you know, let's make life easy. Let's pretty much follow it to the T. And so I did. And did you see me cut that ampersand out of the paper? Wasn't that a stroke of genius? I tell you, sometimes I amaze myself. So I have, well, I'm going to pop dot that ampersand. There we go, and stick it there. Oh, and if you look at the photograph, you can see all my mists and washi tape in the background, and it's deliberately skunked, just in case some of you are saying, oh my gosh, Tanya, why isn't the picture straight? Really, does your thing slant to the left like that so much? No, it doesn't. I was trying to be kind of artistic with the photograph, you know. Oh, and this is a bit of a disaster. I can't do a layout without some kind of disaster. It's just how I am. I had this idea that I was going to put some thread down to add a bit of interest. A lot of scrapbookers do this, and they do wonderful jobs with it. And, well, I fought with that cotton. It was not my friend for a while. And then I didn't really know how to adhere it to the layout, so I figured glue. When in doubt, just glue. You might be asking why I didn't use my sewing machine to do beautiful circle stitches around. I mean, that would have looked really nice. Yeah, we're not going to talk about the sewing machine and myself. Suffice to say, we don't really see eye to eye, and yeah, sewing tends to be a bit of a disaster. So we don't do it. I'm inking the edges. I inked the edges of most of the papers because I wanted them to stand out a little bit. And there's my quote. Oh, I did cut up the quote and put it on those 3x4 cards. Oh, and there again. Figured that ampersand was too low. Tried to take it off. No. Those pop dot things, they stick. They stick like a mofo. So it just stayed there. But that's fine. I made it work. I did do the design a little bit before I turned on the video because I find it easier sometimes to concentrate when the video is not on, because then I'm not thinking I'm constantly being watched. Oh, and that poor thing. There was my other disaster. The poor little fishtails came off, so I had to cut it, and it doesn't look nearly as nice without the fishtail. But, you know, we have a saying in Afrikaans, 'n boer maak 'n plan, which is basically a farmer makes a plan. So that's what I did. I made a plan and just snipped off that little bit that was, you know, that got torn. Poor thing. And here is my title, Do the Unexpected. Because let's face it, I don't know that the people at my work really expected me to come to work with a little bit of green in my hair. I've had quite a few comments, but they've all been nice comments, so that's been nice. And okay, back to the layout again. Yeah, that is a wood tag from ooh, is it Pinkfreeze Studio? Same as the rub-ons? Ooh, those rub-ons are amazing. Sorry, I do this kind of, do squirrel. They come off so beautifully. Did you see that? Just rubbity, 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 and voila, on there. Fantastic. Anyway, the wood tag I put down there, but I didn't like, this says this and that doesn't really go with my theme. So I figured I would find another sticker to put on there, but that Love It doesn't work because it just blends in. And then, wow, look at that. Happy. I was happy. I am happy. So what a perfect little word to stick on there, which is what I'm currently doing. Oh, cuts so nicely, don't you? I'm such, I don't know, I seem to be such a sort of pernickety kind of person, when I cut I have to put things back on there and I have to clean stuff away, which is really odd because I'm actually an untidy person. Now, and that was a little brief insight into my character. I bet you're delighted. Oh yeah, I wouldn't really recommend doing that, but, well, we've got to try these things. But, I mean, once those things are glued down, they're glued down too, so I kind of wanted to make it pop a little bit. It's not too bad. Maybe a little bit messy, but it's not too bad. And a couple of tiny word stickers here and there, and I do believe I am about finished with this layout. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching, and I do hope you visit the Crafty Maven Facebook page, and we have a Pinterest account, and we have a blog. Yeah, and also a podcast on the Pink Camera podcast. Sorry, I might have screwed that up a little bit. But yeah, all the details will be below. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye.